Hello amigos, ¿cómo están? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking all things Chivas today, but before I do that I also want to apologise for not doing a video for about a week or two now. I think it's about a week. If you watched my last video, I think it was an Arsenal video, but I was sick in that video. I got even more sick. I was sick pretty much for a week and a half or so. So I couldn't do any videos, obviously. I had some other stuff going on as well, and then obviously I had work, so apologise. But yeah, sometimes life happens, you can't get a video out. But back to normal now, I'm all good now, so I'm going to start doing videos as when I can. Before I even get to talk about Chivas, obviously massive congratulations to Lucas, and they literally just won the league again. Cool for them, equalising Chivas's title record, which is unfortunate. But Toluca are a decent team. They're the best team in Mexico right now. Better than Tigres, better than America, better than anyone. And yeah, Alexis Vega scoring the winning penalty. I can never hate that guy. I think he's one of the best Mexican players of our era. Such a shame that he never won a trophy with the Chivas. That would have been the ultimate heaven for me. But yeah, I can never hate Alexis Vega. I think he's an absolutely amazing player. A little bit injury prone, but an amazing player, and he's won 2 league titles with Toluca now, which is cool for them. So congratulations to them. We're going to talk about all the things Chivas right now, and the big news that I wanted to talk to you guys about for the last few days is Brian Gutierrez has signed to Chivas from Chicago Fire, which is awesome. Exactly the kind of player that we need, an attacking player, really, really young. I think he's 22 years old. Brilliant. I mean, you can overhype signings, but this kid looks awesome. And again, KK looks like he's on his way out. We need a little bit more of attacking threat. We did struggle to score goals at times. Formiga ended up finding form, but every other striker basically failed. And Piojo, I know he struggled a little bit as well. KK didn't have any form. Yael Padilla didn't play. Cabreras didn't play. Efrain Alvarez did alright. Thought he did really well actually. And Richard Ledesma as well. But yeah, attacking wise, we needed an upgrade, and I think Gutierrez is that kid. Let me know what you think about that signing. Obviously, the negative news, the big news is obviously Chicharito Hernandez is now no longer a Chivas player. His contract is done now. Doesn't look like he's going to retire. Looks like he's going to go somewhere else. It'll be very interesting to see where he goes. I think LAFC should go for him. I mean, his wages might be a bit high, but I think he'd do well. He has done well in MLS in the past. I think LAFC could do with a striker. Maybe go for him, but it'll be interesting to see where he goes. But absolute legend. Everyone's talking about, he flopped, blah blah blah. Look, I was saying to my mate, a really good mate of mine, Alex. Shout out Alex, if you're watching my videos. I said to him, look, I said the two things can exist at the same time. Chicharito is a legend of Mexican football, let alone a legend of Chivas. His Chivas is in his blood, literally. He's got relatives that play for the club. And obviously he's a legend for Mexico. He's still Mexico's #1 goal scorer. I don't think that's going to be beaten for a little while. I don't think Raul Jimenez is going to take that title away from him. But yeah, he has flopped this second stint at Chivas. I always said this guy can't be the starting striker for us, which is inevitable because it's Chicharito Hernandez. It's the guy. He was the media wants him to be the #1 striker. Chivas' starting striker turned out to be Formiga. Formiga had an amazing season, a breakout season. He's got a new contract as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, you can want Chicharito to leave. I think by the end of it, he scored his last goal, did a little bit of a celebration. It was great. Missed the penalty that we needed to get through in the gear, so it kind of fizzled out for Cheech, unfortunately. But he's a legend of the game. You can't deny that. He's a legend of the club. I would have him as a coach. I'd have him somewhere in the club still. But obviously he's not done playing yet, so credit to that. And hopefully he gets a new squad somewhere and does really well wherever he ends up. Probably will. Probably go to MLS and win the league next year, because that's what apparently happens. You leave Chivas and do really well. So, but credit to him. He's an absolute legend of the game. Raul Martinez has gone to Necaxa. I don't know whether it's a swap deal, but we ended up getting Angel Chavez instead. Again, younger than Martinez. I think Martinez. I mean, I love Martinez. I got one of his shirts, but I think it was time. I'm not quite sure even if it's a. I think it's a permanent move, which is cool. The Cats are a decentish team, although I've been a bit salty with them of late. But with the whole Gargo thing. But he's a good player, and I think he'll do really well. And maybe we'll end up selling him back again eventually. Who knows? We are a bit short at centre backs, so I think that's an area we need to improve on. Angel Chavez is going to go to Tapatio. He's probably going to play the last 6 months with Tapatio. If he does really well with them, then in the summer maybe he gets upgraded into the first team. Like I said, we are short on centre backs, so if he does well with Tapatio, and it's proven now, if you are good in Tapatio, you do get a chance in the first team. So I think that's what's going to happen. He's a couple of years younger than Martinez as well, so it's one to look out for. Talking about Tapatio, Pepe Melendez is back as their coach. They had a really atrocious season, Tapatio, unusually so. They're normally a very good team, especially when they go deep into their league year as well. So they brought him back as a proven winner, so hopefully he can get the club, get that team back to winning ways, which is going to be great. Sergio Aguayo, there's a couple of other players in there that I think need to benefit from a decent coach, and hopefully he can do that for them. Aguayo is a guy that I think should be coming into the first team at Chivas. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, Chavez and Gutierrez are the only confirmed signings right now. Sepulveda looks like it's all been done. I think it's going to get done in the next couple of days this week. I'll do a video on that. I'll talk about him later on in the next video when I talk about it when it's announced. All I will say is his age goes against him, but his stats go with him. So he's going to be a backup. He's a great backup, really. If he's happy being his backup to Hormiga, brilliant. Hormiga's signed a new contract. Apparently, release clause, 18 million US dollars for anyone in Liga MX to sign him. And even then, I think that's just a negotiate with him. He can still turn them down. So, $18 million for a Cantarano, a player that we brought in our youth system, is brilliant business. I don't see anyone really signing him, and apparently it's 15 million USD for any European club. People complaining about it. 15 million. Oh my god! Look, he's a young striker who's done really well. That all jacks up the price. Mexican as well jacks up the price. Chivas as well jacks up the price. If Hormiga was playing for any other Liga MX team, we would not be able to sign him. That's how expensive they would be. So if you think it's a Chivas thing, it's not. It's just a Mexico thing. I said to my mate, I said 15 million US dollars for any decent European club is doable. Even a Dutch club. I think PSV can afford 50 million USD on a player. I think he won't go in January. I think he'll go in the summer. I think he needs to have a really good clausura, should I say? If he does well next season, then I think European clubs will definitely be in for him. 15 million is a steal. Like I said, a mid-table Spanish team, a mid-table French team, a mid-table English team, even a championship team can easily afford 15 million USD. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, like I said, Pulido looks like he's going to go as well. Kekau looks like he's going to go on loan initially to New York Red Bulls. That's not been confirmed yet, but that's the massive rumour that's going around. I think Gutierrez replaces Kekau on the left-hand side, in my opinion. We do like to change the positions now. Piojo is always on the right hand side, maybe in the cam position, but we do like to change players around in the attacking sense. Yeah, I tried to end this video by talking about the whole Mexican American thing. People were in uproar when we signed Kekau. Oh, he's the US men's national team player, blah blah blah. I think Gutierrez is probably going to choose USA as well, although I think he might be able to still choose Mexico. I'm not sure, but it's funny. Rival fans, at one point they're going like, 100% Mexicans are not good enough. They're not good enough. Oh, they're not going to win anything with 100% Mexican. But at the same time, they're no longer 100% Mexican anymore. Oh, that philosophy's gone now. Blah blah blah. Look, everyone knows that Chivas needed to broaden their player base. 100% Mexican is just not sustainable anymore. Liga MX is just not producing enough players for Chivas to end up buying. Gilberto Mora is an anomaly. He's such he's a freak of nature. He's uncommonly good, and I want us to go and get Mora, to be honest with you, and then he can see the rest of his time out before he turns 18 with us. But again, too expensive. And yeah, apart from that, there's a handful of young players. We're producing a lot of players. Taylor Rangel is going to be Mexico's number one goalkeeper. Mateo Chavez, Chivas Cantarano, he's now going to be the starting left back for Mexico going forward. Hormiga, if he stays on track, he's going to become a Mexican goal scorer. So we're producing players. We have to produce our own players now because the what few players are in the league that are good enough for in Mexico, um, we're priced out of. We can't buy. So I would want us to get a Ben Vargas, but again, is he going to want to go to Mexico and not go to Europe? Again, it's tough now. It's tough for just being 100% Mexican. So broadening the horizons, the US are actually producing tons of really good players from Mexican American descent. KK just being the latest one of them, and that is a player pool that we can get into. Maybe it's not 100%. 100% Mexico, but they're Mexican ancestry. Gutierrez, he might be a USA player, but he called his grandparents to tell him that he moved to Chivas, and they apparently were really emotional about it. So that's, for me, it's good enough for him to play for Chivas and represent Chivas and keep the Mexican thing going. I don't want them. I'm a massive fan of the Mexican only tradition, but we need to broaden our horizons a little bit to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. And at the moment, the MLS are not, they're not sending Gutierrez out on to Europe. They're not sending their Mexican Americans to Europe. So there is a player base and a player pool that we can dip into. But yeah, anyway, guys, a bit of an up and down couple of weeks. Gutierrez is a massively good signing. I was very against Sepulveda there for a little while, to be honest with you. I'm thinking 34 years old, really? We might as well just keep Pulido. But his stats last year, I changed my mind. I've been proven wrong. His stats last year were good. And if he comes in as a backup striker, if we need to, obviously Hormiga's going to start the bulk of the games, but he can come in and looks like he can score. So, decent, I think, stopgap. I think Taylor Walker's going to go out on loan. Hopefully that's just going to be a loan because I do not want another Diego Ochoa scenario where we lose him and we have to spend loads of money to get him back. I don't think we're going to get Ochoa back now. There's rumours about Iker Fimbres. There's rumours about Aceves as well and centre back. So we're going to make some more moves this summer for sure. This winter for sure. So we'll be doing more of these videos. But let me know what you think about Gutierrez coming, Chicharito leaving, KK leaving possibly, Angel Chavez as well. And yeah, apologies for the late video again, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching and waiting for me. Like I said, illnesses happen. It's the first time I've been sick for like a year and a half, so it was bound to happen eventually, but back now anyway, guys. So I'll be back next week to do, or probably later on this week, or actually maybe next week, so I'll work this week. So I'll be back next week to talk about any more transfers that happen and any more Chivas news. And if there's anything that I've forgotten to mention, let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it in the comments. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. We do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys very soon. Have a good week, and yeah, adios.